Be honest, how many times have you said, I can't start YouTube because I haven't got the right gear?
I mean, look at MySpace. I've just moved studios. This is an MVP right now. Most people record videos on their phones the wrong way. They've got shaky footage, echoey audio, and even weird yellow lighting. I've tried my best.
But this professional look, it's just a phone and one app, Riverside. Today, we're doing this properly. Let's dive in.
I'm Mike Russell, and today I'm going to walk you through step-by-step recording, editing, and uploading your entire YouTube video using only your phone. And by the end of this video, you're going to stop overthinking it and finally start recording. Before you go live or start filming, we have to set the stage. Do a live check. L stands for lighting.
Got the window or sun behind you, turn around, boom, instant glow.
That's right, I promise this is the easiest win. Don't put it at your back, don't put it too far to the side, just get it shining on you. I'm filming here in the studio with just one key light in front of me. I couldn't take any more with me when I traveled halfway across the world. I is for image, your background. Now,
don't hug the wall like a passport photo. Add depth and character. Make it intentional and beautiful.
V is for voice.
Make sure you're wearing a microphone, like the one I've got, the DJI microphone. Comes with the Osmo 3. It's absolutely awesome. And it's going to make you sound like a pro as opposed to just using your phone, which is okay. The iPhone microphones and Android microphones are really good now. But buy yourself an external microphone that connects wirelessly to your phone, and I guarantee you will level up your content.
Good audio makes a much bigger difference than almost anything else you're going to do.
E is for earthquake. Stop holding your phone. Put it on a tripod or a stack of books. Trust me, stability equals credibility.
Now on to Riverside for step 2, and this is where the process gets ridiculously easy. I've got a studio loaded and a project, and I'm going to call this iPhone YouTuber. It's really, really easy. Once you've named this, you can, of course, record into your studio, but as you know, I recorded a lot of stuff out and about here in Limassol, where I am, so I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop some of that iPhone footage. Look, I've got a couple of movie files just to show you what's going on. I've clicked the upload on the screen, and I'm just going to drag and drop those iPhone files. I'll click to say they're different participants if they are, but of course it's just me, so I don't need to. I'll click upload and let that go. You can see this is all working. Now, if you've got a microphone, it's very important that you plug in a USB to your phone or something like that. And when you go into a studio to record live, it'll ask if you're wearing headphones. I highly recommend it. In fact, I'm actually going to put on my headphones now to work on the iPhone footage that I worked on previously. Oh, and by the way, another pro tip and a free massive quality upgrade, use the rear camera on your phone when filming if you can. Don't do selfie style, it's good, and definitely my iPhone 17 Pro has a great front-facing camera. But if you can switch to the back cameras, look at how many cool cameras are on the Pro. It's going to be insane. So remember to do that. All right, here we go. My clips are ready. I can click into the edit, and this gives me a real editor that I can work with all of my clips. Look at this. This is amazing. All of my clips are in here and transcribed, and I can actually play back some of this. I'll drop the playhead here and play.
E is for
Oh, you see, I stumbled there and I did a double take. Well, no worries. I can just go ahead and drag this into the start of my clip and click the play button right here.
And E is for earthquake. Stop trying to hold your phone shaky on rocky ground.
Now, this is absolutely fantastic. You see, it's also transcribed what I've said in my clip. This is really, really good. And a huge tip is to look right into the phone camera. It makes your viewers feel like you're actually talking to them and not yourself. So don't look at the phone screen as you film out and about. Look right into that dot. On iPhones, for instance, there's a green dot. Look at that instead of what you look like. And if you mess up like I did there, it'll be fine. Don't stop recording. Pause. Take a breath, say the sentence, and start again. So as you can see, I deleted that mistake with zero effort. I might want to just trim the end here. So it's very, very easy. You see, that's the bit where I finished filming. I'm just dragging it in using the Riverside editor like that until I finish talking. Perfect. I've edited my clip. I can add in another clip now here if I want. I can just choose from any of my recordings. I can choose more uploads from my computer and make things really, really cool. But it doesn't stop there. This is where the magic happens and why I love Riverside. You can text edit with words. Yes, words. Stop trying to hold your phone shaky on rocky ground. Okay, maybe shaky on rocky ground was like not really needed. Notice how I just highlighted those words and I hit the delete key and they're now grayed out. Let's have a listen to the edit.
Hold your phone and actually stick it on a tripod.
That's really, really cool. So I got rid of the extra words that didn't need to be there. If I want to tighten up this edit, of course, I can zoom in on my timeline here with a waveform and I can be precise. Maybe I like being precise. Well, it's as easy as that to tighten up the edit.
Hold your phone and actually stick it on a tripod.
Now that's an absolutely perfect editor. That is where text-based editing really comes into its own. I just deleted the words and Riverside automatically made the cut. No timeline, no dragging clips around. It's super, super easy. You can also see there I moved some silence out and awkward pauses. But you can also do this with AI tools where you've got the ability to remove any awkward pauses from your iPhone footage, remove any ums. There's one in my speech. I'll just click that and it will automatically delete it. And of course, I can apply magic audio. This is absolutely fantastic. If I apply that to my speech, the iPhone's microphone is good, but that's actually going to boost it and make it sound like I'm in a professional studio. Okay, looks like magic audio applied. Let's hear if it made a little difference to my
audio. And E is for earthquake. Stop trying to hold your phone and actually stick it on a tripod.
That actually sounds like I'm in a professional studio, which, as you can see, I'm out and about. That might not be ideal. Well, no worries. Riverside's got you there. You can just pop open Magic Audio. So let's pull this right the way down to, say, 12%. And now we've got most of the original audio, but a little bit of enhancement. So I'll move the playhead back to the start. We'll give it a play.
And E is for earthquake. Stop trying to hold your...
Now I can hear a little bit of background noise, but I've also got my enhanced speech. And if you want to repurpose the video for shorts or reels, that's super easy. Look at this. 16:9. That's how I filmed on my iPhone, but I can just click 9:16 and look at that. It cut my face. Well, no worries. Riverside's got you there. Just click the frame and click the crop icon and there we go. I can get myself into view. That is now a full YouTube short or reel ready to upload. Finally, polish and export. It's time to make this look pro. Yes, you can add captions. It's so easy to add captions. Look at that. I just clicked into captions, put them there. I can even make them bigger, as big as I want. And then the captions will actually play along.
And E is for earthquake. Stop trying to hold your phone.
That looks absolutely epic. It's already transcribed, so that is already added to my video just with the click of a button on the captions icon right here. And I've done everything else with Magic Audio, so I'm now ready to export everything. All I need to do is hit export. I can choose the quality, 1080p, 720, even 4K. I can export as audio only if I wish, and I can even export the timeline for other editors if I need to. Then I click export video and it's as simple as that. Riverside will update me when the edit is ready to download.
Finally, I'd encourage you to stop overthinking it. You have the studio you need in your pocket. All you have to do is pull it out, hit record, and start creating content. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips have proven to be helpful. Do your first piece of content now. I can't stress that enough. YouTube is showing a video on your screen now. You should watch next. Thanks.